All right, so what we want to use here is the formula for circumference. There are two. You should know that there is circumference equals either pi times diameter or circumference equals 2 times pi times the radius, which, by the way, twice the radius is the diameter. So that's similar, but you want to use the one that whatever you're given. In this case, we're given the radius. That's what you'll use. So we say C equals 2 times pi times r, which means 2 times pi times, and let's use what they tell us to use for pi, which is 3.14, times the radius, which is 25 meters. And therefore, we get 50 meters times 3.14, and I need to actually do this math. I'm not going to use a calculator, although you can. And I know this. If I'm going to multiply these two numbers, it makes a lot more sense for me to write, let me change my color here, to write this number on top and this on the bottom. Since 50 only has a single non-zero digit, then we put a zero placeholder, and then we just multiply 5 times 4 is 20, carry the 2, 5 times 1 is 5, plus 2 is 7, 5 times 3 is 15, and then because there are two digits in the numbers we're multiplying, the multiplicands, they call them, then we'll have 2 in the answer, and so right there, so we get 157, and I should write approximately equal to, actually, for once we put in these numbers here, let's say approximately equal to, because it's not exact. Wavy equals lines, you should know, means approximately equal to. And so the circumference is approximately equal to 157. And what are the units? The units were meters, so 157 meters. And that's D. Just like the last one, we have those two formulas. Circumference equals pi times diameter, or circumference equals 2 times pi times the radius, and they're giving us the radius. So we will use the second one. Circumference equals 2 times pi times the radius, or 2 times, we're leaving it in terms of pi. The way that they wrote it here is kind of funny. I think it just had to do with what they had available for symbology for making this. But we do have a radius measure of 39 inches. And so what we're going to do here is we're going to say we're going to multiply 2 times 39, which is 78. And the way that you write it is 78 pi. 78 pi, that's a number. And then you put the units at the end, that number of inches. So 78 pi inches for the circumference. And that is D.